Hey everyone, it's time for Guild War. We didn't mess up, or Sindre didn't mess up. He actually fixed our issue from Monday. So we are back with another Guild War quick battle banger. Let's get right to it. So today we are fighting against Saykome, a global guild. I already prepared a team. We'll be fighting against Rock Crystal here. So round one, we've got Lady of the Scales, Genesis Ross, and Freeman. We'll be going with a Trident True comp. So I'll use my Renak. I changed my Renak. This is my new RTA build as well. She's a little bit slower. She used to be 327. Now she's 320, but on Pursuit set, which is really good. We also have 4K attack, which is super, super nice. Yes, we lost quite a lot of bulk in return, but we deal 8.4k damage now to every target, so that hurts. We also have way more attack. I have about 600 more attack than I previously had. So this Renak, she's gonna hurt. She's gonna hurt a lot. So, looks good. Then we've got Hecat. Then a build for this very specific comp. She has more than 40k HP. She gets stuff from Young Senya as well. So Young Senya, release imprint, proof of friendship, meaning Hecat gets 10% from this artifact, from the artifact, and 12.9% HP from imprint release. I can't wait for tomorrow's buffs to all the imprints, imprint concentration, imprint releases. It's gonna be so good. Now my integer values, it's gonna be really nice. Just more safe. So she, as you can notice, she's on pursuit, but not immunity. If the Ras for whatever reason survives, rack. But I believe the way this goes is Renak will target the highest CR unit, which usually is Scales, and then she goes into the highest HP target, which should be Ras. Now that's the case. GG, we win, all Gucci. If she's not, right. Then bottom team, we've got Renak, Bystander, and Bright Senio. We'll be going with Moondom just to basically eliminate all that Renak can do. So this is my Moondom build. This time I'm actually too lazy to fix it. If I lose her, I lose her. It's whatever. Now we've got Skirner's Yulha. I put her on Proof of Valor here. Should be fine, because there is one thing I am low-key afraid of is that because Renak always targets the highest CR, so Renak will S2 my Yulha. She most likely gets pushed back. This pushes up my Moondom though, and there is a chance that this is a 290, 300 speed Bright Senya. I don't know. I don't believe there's any. Yeah, there's no scout. So there is a tiny chance that the Bright Senya goes before my Yulha. I don't think it will happen because Moondom pushes up, and with her being at 277 speed, 30%, 42% CR cut, the Bright Senya shouldn't take a turn before Yulha does. Yulha then pushes up my Genesis Ross because he has the highest HP on the on my field. So he has twos into Bystander. This does nothing. At worst case scenario, she just counters, which is whatever, because we have skill now. Then Ras is freeze, and this most likely kills the entire enemy team. And that's gonna be it. So let's quick battle this up. Should be nice and clean. Brackets, I hope. Alright, let's go. Let's check it out. No losses whatsoever. Very nice and clean. Alright, next attack against Yakahashi. We'll be going against round one's Her City, Mort, Flan, and round two's Lady of the Scales, BBK, and Genesis Ross. So round one, I'll be going with Young Senya. I rebuilt her again. She's on Immunity, Pursuit, and HP set. She has a lot of ER, such that Her City cannot death break her, most likely, at least. And we should be fine. She still has a good amount of defense and health, so this should be totes all right. We've got Mort here on, what's it called? Holy Sacrifice. Full DPS build, 28k HP. looks decent. He gets 10% on top, or more than 10% on top, so he should be 32k HP. Should be really Gucci. He's gonna deal a ton of damage. Then we've got my Flan that I rebuilt. This is not my regular build. She's on immunity in the event that her city is on Crown. I don't want her to get randomly stunned on round 1. Now, it doesn't technically matter because we're using young Xenia. But yeah, it's just more for safety matters. So yeah, 5.2k attack, Dreamlike Holiday, she's gonna hurt. Round 2, we'll be going with the Samurai Duck. She kills. And my head cut, this is my standard RTA head cut. However, for RTA, I am usually using the Drip Crow RT, which is this one. But since this isn't RTA, and we couldn't Soulburn, I'll use this. Should be fine. And then just my standard Ilinov on Aurea's protection set and immunity. So how the way this goes is Renak S2's lady. She has freeze, most likely Ras or BBK, I don't know. Whoever she attacks is gonna die. At least the BBK is gonna die. Then the lady is going to go. What's gonna then most likely happen is that Ras moves slightly before my head cut. He has 2s, either one of them, but since my head cut, is she on immunity? She's not on immunity. Maybe I'll put my head cut on immunity, just to be safe. And warfare, immunity, a lot of HP. Can we do this? Yeah, that's fine. So we took a little bit of we took a hit on damage, but now Ras will never be able to debuff us, so we should be totally in the clear. Let's make sure that nobody destroyed the tower while we were yapping. All right, nobody took it. So let's quick battle it up and see how this goes. Should be clean though. No losses whatsoever. Excellent. All right, last attack of the day. We'll be going against Mr. Burns, who's using Boss Arunca, late Akates, and Genesis Ras for round 1. And in round 2, we'll be facing Abigail, Blue Eleanor, and Mulat Pen. So for round 1, we'll be bringing Iseria, Maid Chloe, and Ilinov. So my Iseria, standard RTA build, nothing too fancy. She has 63 ER, but she gets a lot more from the rest of the team. So my Ilinov is on imprint release. I probably technically don't need Aureus here, and I could go for an ER artifact, but it's fine. She's Prod Aureus, so it should be, Prod Aureus should be fine. And then we've got Maid Chloe, almost 240 speed, 24k HP. She's also on release imprint, which is 14.4, then 14.4 from Ilinov is 28. Let's round it up to 29, and then 20 more from this. So my Iseria gains about 41% ER, meaning she's at 104 ER. It should be totally fine, resisting everything from the Genesis Ras. I'm not quite sure about the Boss Arunca. There are quite a lot Boss Aruncas that have a lot of effectiveness, but ultimately we should beat Hamaguchi. And with all the injury going out, this Genesis Ras eventually is not going to deal much damage. Now, who's in the front line? I don't really know who is the better option here. Just went for Maid Chloe, because if we get lucky and land a stun, we'll push up CR, and that's just more cycling, more healing, yada yada yada. We've got Renat here, same build I've used previously. Then we've got the Mord. I had to rebuild him, but around about the same stats. And then we've got my standard RTA Ruel. Let's put her on Candlestick, because why not? Yeah, Candlestick should be fine. And yeah, this should be a nice and clean win. Let's make sure nobody attacked. Now I forgot where the tower was. Was it middle? Yeah, it was middle. So I guess let's quick battle this up. And yeah, so let me just make sure. Renak S2 says freeze into Elena most likely dies. Then the entire enemy team moves probably because I'm super slow on these. Yeah, I should be fine. Let's go. And before round 1 fails. No, nothing failed at all. Okay, let's pack it up for today. All right, that wraps up today's Guild War. It was a nice change of pace. Finally, some more mystics. Tomorrow, I'll be back with my collie polls. I'm only going for a single copy. I've come to the conclusion that pulling on non-limited RGB units, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, she's a cleave unit. We can also imprint her with 4-star collies, which is super easy. So all I need is 1 copy. I'll get the artifact from the powder shop most likely. Bottle it up to +5 because the artifact of force is actually really good. And that'll be it. So let's hope I don't have to pity. That'd be great. So it should be a short video tomorrow, but still, I'll let you appreciate my pulls. And that's going to be tomorrow's content. And then we'll be back on Friday with more Guild War. Have a nice evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're from. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.